Welcome to our channel. We are so glad you found your way here. Let us help you fall asleep. Let's begin with the sea at Ostia, casting the Roman sack into the depth of the unknown. Take a slow, deep breath in and release it. Let the noise of today fall away as we step back, not just hours or years, but centuries, into the vast theater of crime and punishment in ancient Rome. If you genuinely like our videos, please hit like and subscribe. The gateway to Rome, Ostia once served as a bustling port, facilitating trade and cultural exchange. This region, characterized by its strategic location at the mouth of the Tiber River, connected the heart of the empire to the Mediterranean Sea. Merchants and travelers frequented its docks, bringing with them goods, ideas, and influences from distant lands. The remnants of this vibrant hub reveal the intricate architecture and layout of a city designed for commerce and interaction. Structures such as warehouses, temples, and residential buildings stand as silent witnesses to Ostia's significance. The remains of public baths and forums hint at the social life that flourished within these walls. Each stone and fragment narrates stories of a thriving community that once bustled with activity, its streets echoing with the sounds of trade and dialogue. Surrounding this archaeological treasure is the ever-shifting landscape of the sea, where the tides and currents have sculpted the coastline over centuries. The interplay between the land and water has not only shaped the physical environment, but also influenced the lives of those who called Ostia home. This intricate relationship between the port and the sea speaks to the resilience of both nature and civilization, highlighting the enduring legacy of a place that served as a critical junction in the Roman world. Our historical significance permeates the waters surrounding Ostia, where the confluence of trade and military strategy shaped the fabric of Roman society. This region provided essential access to the Mediterranean, facilitating commerce that connected distant lands and cultures. Goods from the farthest reaches of the empire flowed through its docks, enriching the local economy and contributing to the prosperity of Rome itself. The proximity to the sea enabled not only trade but also naval dominance. Shipbuilding and maritime activities flourished, ensuring that Rome could project its power across borders. These waters served as a training ground for sailors, fostering skills that would be crucial during times of conflict. Remnants of these activities can still be observed in the archaeological remains scattered along the coastline. Ruins of warehouses and docks reveal the scale of operations that once thrived here, showcasing the logistical prowess that sustained the vast empire. Natural phenomena also played a role in the historical narrative. Shifts in the shoreline and sedimentation altered navigable routes, impacting trade dynamics over centuries. The sea, both a lifeline and a barrier, influenced economic strategies and settlement patterns. Ostia embodies the delicate balance between human endeavor and environmental forces, marking a pivotal chapter in the annals of ancient maritime history. The coastal region surrounding Ostia presents a complex interplay of land and water, shaping both its ecology and its historical significance. Situated at the mouth of the Tiber River, it serves as a natural conduit for fresh water flowing from the inland areas into the expansive Mediterranean Sea. The river's sedimentary deposits have contributed to the formation of a rich alluvial plain, fostering vibrant ecosystems along the shoreline. This region, characterized by sandy beaches and shallow lagoons, provides an ideal habitat for various marine species, which in turn supported a thriving fishing industry in antiquity. Coastal winds sculpt the landscape, influencing weather patterns and affecting maritime navigation. The presence of surrounding hills offers a protective barrier against harsh storms, allowing for the establishment of settlements that flourished through trade and commerce. The strategic location provided access to vital trade routes, linking Ostia to other prominent cities across the Mediterranean. Archaeological remnants highlight the importance of this region in ancient trade networks, with docks and warehouses indicating significant economic activity. The ruins tell a story of adaptation, as the inhabitants harnessed the resources of both land and sea to sustain their livelihoods. Each tide brings forth reminders of the past, echoing the resilience of those who once thrived in this unique coastal environment. The coastal landscape of Ostia served as a vital hub within the expansive Roman trade networks. This region, positioned at the mouth of the Tiber River, facilitated the movement of goods between the heart of the empire and distant territories. Ships laden with grain, olive oil, and luxury items from the provinces arrived to replenish the bustling markets, creating a continuous flow of commerce that sustained the Roman populace. Docks, warehouses, and granaries lined the waterfront, all designed to accommodate the volume of trade. Storage facilities held provisions for both the local citizens and the military, ensuring stability during periods of scarcity. The architecture of this area reflects the ingenuity of Roman engineering, with structures built to withstand the pressures of time and tide. Interactions among merchants, sailors, and local inhabitants fostered a melting pot of cultures and ideas. This exchange of knowledge and customs enriched the social fabric of Ostia, making it a microcosm of the broader Roman world. As cargo vessels departed, they carried not only goods but also stories and traditions, linking distant lands to the heart of Rome. The significance of Ostia extended beyond mere commerce. It played a crucial role in shaping the economic foundations of the empire. The seamless integration of trade routes and local infrastructure contributed to the prosperity that characterized Roman civilization during its zenith. Early settlements in Ostia emerged along the banks of the Tiber River, strategically positioned to facilitate both trade and defense. This location fostered a thriving port, essential for Rome's expanding economy. Maritime activities played a significant role in establishing Ostia as a vital hub. Vessels arrived laden with goods, ranging from grain to luxury items, reflecting the diverse requirements of a growing populace. Fishing also flourished in these waters, supplementing local diets and contributing to the economic stability of the region. Artisans skilled in shipbuilding crafted sturdy vessels, which endured the wear of countless journeys across the Mediterranean. The construction of warehouses and docks transformed the landscape, accommodating the influx of commerce and ensuring efficient trade practices. Archaeological remains reveal the layout of ancient Ostia, with its grid-like streets and public spaces indicative of urban planning. Structures such as temples and marketplaces emphasize the importance of social and religious gatherings in fostering a sense of community. These ruins evoke echoes of bustling life, where merchants exchanged ideas and goods, further enriching the cultural fabric of Roman society. As centuries passed, the decline of maritime activities marked a shift in Ostia's significance. Silt from the Tiber gradually obstructed access to the sea, altering the dynamics of trade, and the evolution of Ostia's port infrastructure reflects the town's adaptive response to changing maritime conditions. Initially, simple wooden docks facilitated the loading and unloading of goods, allowing merchants to engage in vibrant trade. As sedimentation increased, the need for more sophisticated structures became apparent. Engineering advancements led to the construction of sturdy stone quays, extending into deeper water to accommodate larger vessels. These developments not only enhanced the port's capacity, but also introduced innovative features. Warehouses lined the docks, their robust design preserving perishable goods, while cranes and winches mechanized the transfer of cargo. The ensuing bustle transformed this region into a bustling hub of commerce, drawing merchants from distant shores. As trade flourished, the community surrounding the port expanded, incorporating amenities to support the growing population. Taverns, markets, and workshops emerged, fostering a vibrant social fabric intertwined with economic activity. Artisans crafted goods to be shipped across the Mediterranean, while fishermen brought in fresh catches, contributing to local sustenance. The decline of the port began with gradual siltation, a process that muted the once thriving activity. Abandoned structures now lie submerged, remnants of a dynamic past. This fading company of architectural remnants offers a quiet testament to the resilience and eventual decline of a pivotal maritime center. The sea once thrived with life, now a silent witness to an era long past. Key structures emerge from the remnants of Ostia, each revealing the ingenuity of Roman engineering. The port, once bustling with activity, features the remnants of warehouses designed for efficient storage. These large rectangular buildings, constructed with durable materials, allowed for optimal organization of goods. Cargoes from distant lands found their resting place within these walls, the architecture reflecting a sophisticated understanding of both utility and form. Further exploration uncovers the intricate layout of the forum, which served as the vibrant heart of the port. Surrounded by shops and public buildings, it facilitated trade and social interaction. Columns of travertine and brick stand as solemn reminders of the architectural advancements of the time. The use of arches and vaults enabled larger spaces, showcasing the Romans' mastery of structural integrity. Innovations in drainage systems can also be observed, designed to manage the seasonal influx of water. These channels illustrate a practical response to the challenges posed by the environment, ensuring the longevity of the port's operations. The amphorae, with their distinct shapes, reveal the sophistication of maritime commerce, while mosaics found within these structures hint at a vibrant cultural life. Each aspect of the architecture at Ostia invites reflection on the complexities of a civilization that once thrived amid the ebb and flow of the sea's bounty. The Roman sack, a term signifying the violent capture and pillaging of a city, speaks to the profound disruptions that marked the decline of once great urban centers. This phenomenon, occurring during times of war, reflects the vulnerabilities inherent in expansive empires. Ostia, as a vital port, served as both a gateway to trade and a target for marauding forces. The complexities of its political climate contributed to its eventual downfall, as external threats converged upon its thriving streets. Historical records indicate that the sack of Ostia occurred in the 5th century, a period characterized by escalating tensions between Roman authority and various barbarian groups. It is within these shifting alliances and conflicts that the fragility of a once unified civilization can be discerned. The repercussions of such invasions were far-reaching, leading to not only the physical destruction of structures but also the erosion of social and economic stability. Archaeological remnants of this tumultuous period reveal patterns of abandonment. Ruins pepper the landscape, offering silent testimony to the chaos that ensued. In the ruins, layers of sediment tell stories of resilience and despair. while echoes of commerce fade into memory. This complex interplay of power and vulnerability underscores the transient nature of urban life, forever intertwined with the relentless tides of history. Naval power served as a critical component in the expansion and sustenance of Roman influence. This region, with its proximity to the sea, became a vital arena for maritime warfare, allowing for the projection of military might across vast distances. A formidable fleet, composed of well-trained sailors and advanced ships, enabled Rome to establish dominion over the Mediterranean. The technology of these vessels, including the Quinquereme, facilitated both offensive and defensive operations, showcasing the ingenuity of Roman engineering. Skilled strategists employed various tactics, utilizing naval formations to outmaneuver enemy ships. This adaptability played a crucial role in significant naval battles, where victories could shift the balance of power and secure trade routes essential for economic stability. Logistics supported these military endeavors, as ports like Ostia became hubs for the supply of resources and troops. The infrastructure surrounding these coastal areas allowed for rapid mobilization, ensuring that Rome could respond to threats with agility. The interconnectedness of naval and terrestrial forces highlighted the importance of maritime dominance in maintaining the empire's territorial integrity. D'informés, tides of conflict surged through the waters surrounding the Italian peninsula, where alliances formed and dissolved like the ebbing waves, often determining the fates of nations. With each naval engagement, the legacy of Rome's maritime prowess became etched into the annals of history, a testament to its enduring influence. Economic vitality surged along the coast, driven significantly by shipping routes that facilitated trade across the Mediterranean. Grain, olive oil, and fine textiles emerged as cornerstones of commerce, their transport bolstering regional economies. This connection to distant lands allowed the influx of goods, enriching both urban centers and rural communities. Ports transformed into bustling hubs of activity, where merchants exchanged not just commodities but also ideas and cultural practices. The reliance on maritime transport prompted innovations in shipbuilding and navigation, ensuring efficiency and safety on these crucial trade routes. Advanced vessels, designed for speed and cargo capacity, enabled merchants to traverse vast distances with unprecedented reliability. The growth of shipping industries fostered job creation, as skilled laborers were needed for construction, maintenance, and operation of these vessels. Financial institutions began to emerge, providing capital for shipping enterprises and facilitating the expansion of trade networks. Insurance practices developed to protect investments, further stimulating economic confidence. Local economies flourished, benefiting from the ancillary industries arising from shipping, such as processing and distribution. As Rome's influence spread, so did its economic model, creating interdependencies among regions. This maritime framework allowed Rome not merely to dominate through military might, but to cultivate a thriving economic landscape, forever altering the dynamics of trade in the ancient world. The expanse of water served as a vital source of sustenance, providing an abundance of fish and other marine resources. Fishermen would venture into these waters, drawing from their depths a variety of species that enriched the diets of local populations. This practice not only sustained communities, but also fostered a vibrant fish market in Ostia, where fresh catches became central to the culinary traditions of Rome. The seasonal patterns of fish migration dictated the rhythms of life along the coast, creating a profound connection between the people and the sea. Trade routes flourished as merchants transported goods across the Mediterranean, linking distant lands and cultures. Coastal cities became bustling hubs of commerce, where amphorae filled with olive oil, wine, and grains were exchanged for seafood and other marine products. The interconnectedness of these trade networks facilitated the flow of resources, allowing for the distribution of not only materials but also ideas and innovations. The strategic significance of Ostia as a port city cannot be overstated. It became a focal point for naval activities, with ships regularly arriving and departing, each carrying the promise of new supplies. This steady influx ensured that Rome remained well equipped to support its growing population and military endeavors. The sea's vast horizon represented not only a boundary, but also a conduit of prosperity, shaping the trajectory of an empire. Innovations in shipbuilding techniques played a pivotal role in harnessing the sea's potential. Ancient Roman craftsmen utilized a blend of practical experience and advanced engineering principles to create vessels that could navigate various marine conditions. The trireme, a hallmark of naval architecture, showcased this expertise with its 3 tiers of oars, allowing for swift movement across turbulent waters. The construction of these ships involved selecting appropriate materials, such as durable oak, which provided strength and resilience. Artisans employed a framework method, assembling a skeleton structure before covering it with planks, ensuring both buoyancy and stability. The incorporation of waterproofing techniques, including the use of pitch and tar, demonstrated an understanding of marine preservation, allowing vessels to endure prolonged exposure to salt water. Use of the keel, a critical structural element, greatly enhanced navigation, permitting ships to maintain course even in unpredictable seas. The adoption of sail technology further amplified efficiency, enabling larger cargo capacities vital for trade and military logistics. In this region, the bustling shipyards became centers of innovation, where skilled laborers refined their crafts through generations. Knowledge was shared and evolved, creating a legacy that not only supported economic growth, but also fortified the empire's expansionist endeavors. These advancements underscored the intricate relationship between maritime capabilities and the ambitions of an empire at sea. Navigational tools and methods developed during this period played a crucial role in the mastery of the vast Mediterranean expanse. Compasses were not yet in use, yet Roman mariners relied on the sun and stars to guide their paths. Celestial navigation became a vital component of seamanship, with sailors learning to observe the positions of these celestial bodies to determine their latitude and direction. The use of landmarks along coastlines aided in charting courses, while the practice of keeping a logbook provided insight into prevailing winds and currents. This meticulous record-keeping allowed for more accurate voyages, enhancing the safety and efficiency of maritime endeavors. Distinctively shaped vessels, such as the trireme, enabled swift movement across turbulent waters, demonstrating the ingenuity of Roman shipbuilders. Knowledge of tides and seasonal weather patterns further refined navigational prowess. Mariners would anticipate shifts in climate, ensuring better preparedness for storms or calms. This understanding of the natural world contributed to the expansion of trade routes and the establishment of colonies. In the bustling port of Ostia, these techniques came together within a vibrant maritime culture. Merchants exchanged goods and information, fostering a shared knowledge that propelled further exploration. Through these navigational advancements, the Romans forged connections across the seas, leaving an indelible mark on the history of maritime exploration. Weather patterns exerted a profound influence on Roman maritime activities, shaping both trade routes and naval strategies. Seasonal winds, known as the Etesian winds, provided a reliable guide for vessels navigating the Aegean and Mediterranean seas. These winds, which blew predominantly during the summer months, facilitated swift travel and efficient trade, allowing merchants to transport goods across vast distances with relative ease. Though storms, conversely, posed significant risks, the unpredictable nature of winter weather frequently disrupted shipping lanes, causing delays and losses that could cripple local economies. The Roman fleet, equipped with advanced navigational tools, learned to anticipate these seasonal changes. Knowledge of the wind patterns and tidal behaviors became crucial for successful voyages. The ability to read the skies, coupled with astute observation of the sea's surface, enabled sailors to make informed decisions regarding when to embark and when to seek shelter. This region was not merely a backdrop for commerce, it served as a dynamic environment that shaped the very essence of Roman maritime life. Coastal settlements flourished as centers of trade, while ports adapted to the rhythms dictated by nature. The interplay of weather and seafaring fostered a culture deeply intertwined with the forces of the environment, revealing how the Romans harnessed the elements to build their maritime legacy. Adaptation to these conditions was as vital as the vessels themselves. The importance of Ostia extended beyond mere adaptation. It served as a critical nexus for the grain supply to Rome. Located at the mouth of the Tiber River, this port facilitated the movement of vast quantities of grain from the fertile regions of North Africa and Sicily. These shipments ensured that the city's population, often exceeding 1 million, had sufficient sustenance. At the center of this operation, large granaries lined the waterfront, specifically designed to accommodate the immense influx of cargo. They exemplified advanced engineering, utilizing both natural and artificial means to preserve the grain during transport. The proximity to the river allowed for efficient loading and unloading, while the coastal winds assisted in quick drying. The reliance on these supplies revealed the broader economic framework of the Roman Empire. Ostia acted as a lifeline, connecting distant agricultural lands with urban demands. This relationship created a delicate balance that was often vulnerable to disruption. In times of drought or conflict, the flow of grain could be jeopardized, leading to food shortages and unrest. Maritime routes were meticulously charted, ensuring consistent delivery. Roman authorities implemented strict regulations to safeguard these essential shipments, reflecting the weight of responsibility placed upon this bustling port. The very stability of Rome hinged on the smooth operation of its grain supply. Cultural exchange flourished in this region, evident in the diverse artifacts unearthed from its depths. Fragments of pottery, adorned with intricate designs, reveal the influences of various civilizations that traversed these waters. The amphorae, once cradling precious cargo, showcase the trade routes that connected Rome to distant lands. Each vessel tells a story of goods exchanged, ranging from oils to wine, illustrating the interconnectedness of ancient societies. Coins discovered in the sediment further illuminate the economic interactions that shaped Ostia. These small metal discs, inscribed with the faces of emperors and deities, served as currency and a medium of cultural expression. Their presence in the water indicates both commerce and the decline experienced during tumultuous times. Sculptures, now resting quietly beneath the waves, hint at the artistic influences that permeated this bustling port.
The remnants of once vibrant statues reveal the aesthetics of the time, merging local artistry with styles from across the Mediterranean. Each artifact, whether mundane or exquisite, serves as a testament to the multicultural environment flourishing within Ostia. As these remnants emerge from the depths, they provide a window into the lives and exchanges that defined a critical chapter in Roman history, reflecting a world rich in collaboration and transformation.
Religious observances played a significant role in the maritime practices at Ostia, as both protection and guidance were sought from divine forces. Temples dedicated to various deities, including Neptune, the god of the sea, were strategically positioned along the waterfront, serving as spiritual sanctuaries for sailors and merchants alike.
Rituals conducted at these sites often involved offerings and prayers, believed to ensure safe passage across the unpredictable waters. The presence of altars and inscriptions found along the shoreline further illustrates the importance of divine favor in maritime ventures. These artifacts reveal not just a reverence for the gods, but also a deeply ingrained belief in the necessity of appeasing them to avoid the treacherous consequences of storms or shipwrecks. It is within these coastal ruins that one can observe the intersection of faith and commerce, where spiritual practices coexisted with the daily rhythms of trade. In the bustling harbors, ceremonies were common prior to setting sail, with crews gathering to invoke blessings and protection for their journeys. Such observances fostered a sense of community among the seafaring individuals, binding them together in shared hopes and fears. This intricate relationship between religion and maritime activity showcases how the people of Ostia navigated not only the physical seas, but also the complexities of their spiritual beliefs as they ventured into the unknown. Underwater archaeology reveals layers of history submerged beneath the waves. This discipline uncovers artifacts and structures that tell stories of ancient trade routes, shipwrecks, and the daily lives of those who sailed these waters. Each dive into the depths offers a glimpse into this world, where remnants of vessels lie in silent testimony to the perils faced by mariners. The remains of sunken ships, their timbers encrusted with marine life, provide insights into construction techniques and the materials used. These vessels, once vibrant with sails and crew, now rest quietly, often accompanied by cargo that sheds light on the economic exchanges of the time. The preservation of organic materials in these cool, dark waters allows for a rare glimpse into the past, where wooden artifacts and ceramics reveal trade patterns and cultural interactions. In this submerged landscape, the sediment acts like a time capsule, preserving not only physical objects but also the very essence of life at sea. The ongoing research uncovers patterns of movement and settlement, illustrating how communities adapted to the challenges presented by their environment. As these discoveries come to light, they enrich our understanding of human resilience and innovation in the face of an ever-changing natural world. Each find contributes to a broader narrative, weaving together insights into the complexities of ancient maritime life. The Tiber River served as a vital artery for Ostia, facilitating trade and interaction with distant lands. This significant waterway shaped the city's maritime activities, influencing commerce and cultural exchanges. As the river flowed toward the sea, it provided a natural route for vessels laden with goods ranging from grain to luxury items, essential for sustaining the city's population and economy. During peak periods, the bustling riverbanks revealed an array of boats, their hulls gently bobbing in the current. Skilled mariners navigated these waters, employing an understanding of the tides and currents that dictated their journeys. Seasonal floods augmented the river's capacity, enhancing the accessibility of Ostia's port. This phenomenon contributed to the influx of materials necessary for construction and trade, as well as the movement of people. Sediment deposition from the Tiber altered coastal formations over time, reshaping the landscape and impacting the port's functionality. The gradual siltation prompted continuous adaptations in the design of docks and warehouses, reflecting an ongoing relationship between the river and maritime infrastructure. Archaeological findings reveal remnants of wharves and storage facilities, each a testament to the dynamic interplay between this river and the thriving port city, marking Ostia as a critical hub in the ancient Mediterranean maritime network. The socioeconomic diversity of Ostia's coastal population emerges through the remnants of daily life found within these ancient ruins. Evidence indicates a complex society where various classes coexisted, contributing to the bustling economy. The expansive warehouses suggest that trade was not limited to luxury goods. Staple items, including grain and fish, were essential for sustaining both the local populace and the broader Roman Empire. Residential structures reveal the living conditions of different social strata. Lavish villas adorned with intricate mosaics contrast starkly with simpler accommodations, indicating a clear hierarchy. Artifacts such as pottery and tools unearthed in these areas reflect not only personal wealth, but also the labor of artisans, laborers, and merchants who facilitated commerce. Cultural exchanges flourished in this region, influenced by the myriad of peoples who inhabited and visited Ostia. The presence of diverse religious shrines illustrates the melting pot of beliefs and practices, enriching the social fabric. This interaction created an atmosphere ripe for innovation and creativity, evident in the various architectural styles.
Trade routes extended far beyond the horizon, bringing with them influences that further enhanced Ostia's character. The blending of customs and traditions fostered a unique identity, one that shaped the lives of those who called this coastal city home. The pulse of commerce and community reverberated, leaving an indelible mark on the ancient landscape. Our environmental challenges have increasingly shaped this region, where the remnants of Ostia now embrace the encroaching forces of nature. Erosion, driven by the relentless power of wind and water, quietly sculpts the shoreline, reshaping the contours of the ancient port. Every tide carries with it sediments, which settle and redistribute, altering the landscape with a slow but persistent hand. These processes, while natural, reflect the transformative history of human activity in this area. The once bustling harbor, now a fading memory, succumbs to the gradual filling of the basin. Sediment accumulates, obscuring the foundations that once supported maritime trade. The water's edge retreats, leaving behind an array of artifacts, half buried and forgotten, whispering stories of a vibrant past. In conjunction with these changes, the salinity of the soil shifts, affecting local flora and fauna. Vegetation that flourished in the nutrient-rich soils struggles as saline intrusion alters its habitat. It is a quiet testament to the consequences of both natural and anthropogenic influences. The remnants of structures stand resilient against the slow decay, yet their future remains tethered to the whims of erosion. This region continues to bear witness to the delicate interplay between human legacy and the inexorable forces of nature, revealing insights into the ongoing narrative of adaptation and survival. The sea held profound significance within Roman mythology, often regarded as both a source of sustenance and a realm of uncertainty. Deities such as Neptune, the god of the sea, symbolized both the bounty of its waters and the potential for tempestuous upheaval. In this context, the ocean served as a powerful metaphor for life's dualities, imbuing the unpredictable tides with the weight of divine influence. The Romans, adept navigators and traders, recognized the sea as a vital artery of commerce and communication. Mythological tales depicting sea voyages underscored humanity's quest for knowledge and exploration, often reflecting cultural values and aspirations. The narratives of legendary heroes traversing treacherous waters illuminated the themes of courage, endurance, and the quest for glory. These stories also conveyed cautionary lessons, illustrating the capricious nature of the sea. The myth of Odysseus, although originally Greek, was embraced and adapted by Roman culture, serving as a reminder of the perils faced when confronting the ocean's might. This reverence for the sea permeated daily life, influencing rituals and offerings aimed at securing favor from the deities. In the collective consciousness of Rome, the ocean was both a cradle of life and a harbinger of chaos, prompting reflection on humanity's relationship with nature's vast, unfathomable depth. It remains a testament to the enduring interplay between civilization and the natural world. The Mediterranean Sea hosts a remarkable array of marine biodiversity, characterized by a rich tapestry of ecosystems. Within its warm, sunlit waters, over 17,000 species reside, including an extensive variety of fish, mollusks, and marine mammals. This region provides a crucial habitat for both resident and migratory species, sustaining a complex web of life. Coral reefs, seagrass meadows, and rocky substrates contribute to the diversity of habitats, each offering unique conditions that support various organisms. Seagrass meadows, for instance, serve as nurseries for juvenile fish, while also stabilizing sediments and improving water quality. The vibrant colors of the reefs contrast sharply with the deep blue depths, where life flourishes in forms both familiar and enigmatic. Among the inhabitants, the bottlenose dolphin and the endangered monk seal reflect the delicate balance of this ecosystem. These mammals rely on a healthy environment for sustenance, their survival intertwined with the health of the sea. Overfishing and pollution pose significant threats to this fragile equilibrium, highlighting the consequences of human activity on natural systems. Conservation efforts are increasingly vital to preserve this biodiversity, ensuring that future generations may continue to study and appreciate the complex interactions within the Mediterranean. The resilience of these ecosystems serves as a reminder of the ongoing relationship between marine life and environmental stewardship. Surrounding factors contributed to the decline of Ostia. a once thriving port city. Economic instability, exacerbated by over-reliance on maritime trade routes, undermined the stability of its commerce. As competition from neighboring ports intensified, the once bustling docks fell silent. The loss of trade diminished the wealth that had sustained the city's infrastructure and public services. Environmental shifts also played a critical role. Changes in sedimentation patterns altered the coastline, leading to the silting of harbors. This natural phenomenon rendered docking increasingly difficult, effectively isolating the region from its once vibrant networks. With the arrival of the 6th century, a series of invasions further destabilized the area, leading to a marked decline in both security and population. These ruins stand as silent witnesses to the impacts of human activity and natural forces. The gradual abandonment reflected a shift in priorities as the remaining inhabitants sought more secure locations. Climate variability may have compounded these pressures, resulting in erratic weather patterns and diminishing agricultural yield. The slow fade of Ostia serves as a case study of urban vulnerability in the face of multifaceted challenges. This historical trajectory illustrates how interconnected economic, environmental, and geopolitical factors can shape the fate of a civilization, leaving behind echoes of its former vibrancy within the sands and waters of time. The remnants of shipwrecks scattered across the seabed of Ostia tell a silent story of maritime endeavors and hidden perils. These sunken vessels, once vibrant with life and purpose, now rest in the embrace of shifting sands and the constant caress of the tides. Each shipwreck serves as a testament to the boldness of traders and seafarers who braved the treacherous waters in pursuit of commerce and discovery. Underwater, the structures reveal their tales through the artifacts enshrined within. Pottery, anchors, and cargo remnants lie entwined with marine life, offering insights into trade routes and cultural exchanges that flourished during the height of the Roman Empire. The gradual decay of these once mighty ships reflects the relentless passage of time, an unyielding force that erodes both material and memory. Natural forces, such as storms and shifting sands, played a significant role in the fate of these vessels. Weather patterns shaped the navigational choices of ancient mariners, while geological changes altered the coastline, creating new hazards. This region, though now tranquil, was once a stage for human ambition and nature's indifference, where the interplay of elements dictated survival. In examining the shipwrecks at Ostia, a quieter understanding emerges, revealing the fragility of human endeavors against the vast, unrelenting sea. Each artifact is a whisper from the past, echoing tales of resilience and loss. These whispers are fragile, requiring meticulous preservation to withstand the relentless embrace of the sea. Underwater cultural heritage faces myriad threats, including erosion and marine biofouling. This region, where remnants of ancient civilization lie submerged, demands a delicate balance between accessibility for study and safeguarding delicate structures. Efforts to protect these submerged narratives involve sophisticated technologies that monitor environmental conditions. Sensors gather data on temperature, salinity, and water currents, providing insights into the changing landscape of the underwater realm. Such initiatives reveal how the delicate fabric of these sites can be influenced by climate change, highlighting the urgent need for comprehensive management strategies. Conservation techniques play a crucial role in maintaining the integrity of these artifacts. Methods such as controlled excavation and stabilization of materials are employed to mitigate deterioration. Innovative approaches, including three-dimensional scanning, allow for detailed documentation without disturbing the seabed. These digital records serve as a safeguard against potential loss. Collaboration among archaeologists, marine scientists, and local communities is essential. By fostering a shared sense of stewardship, sustainable practices can be established to ensure these remnants endure for future generations. In this ongoing endeavor, the fading company of past civilizations is preserved, allowing their stories to resonate throughout the ages, offering valuable lessons from the depths of history. The influence of the sea on Roman cuisine reflects a profound connection to the surrounding environment. Coastal access provided a diverse array of seafood, which became integral to culinary practices. Fish and shellfish were not merely sustenance, they held cultural significance, often featured in lavish banquets and daily meals alike. The use of salt, essential for preserving these delicacies, facilitated trade and transport, bridging regions and communities. Seasoning played a crucial role in enhancing flavors. Garum, a fermented fish sauce, dominated Roman palates, exemplifying how the sea shaped gastronomic preferences. This condiment, produced through meticulous processes, was exported widely and utilized across social strata, from humble households to elite gatherings. Seafood dishes, such as mullet and oysters, showcased the bounty of the tides, while its preparation techniques reflected regional variations. The importance of maritime trade routes cannot be overstated. They enabled the exchange of ingredients and culinary knowledge, enriching the Roman diet. The blending of flavors from distant lands led to the evolution of recipes, creating a culinary landscape steeped in diversity. The sea, in its vastness, not only nourished but also inspired creativity, leading to innovations that would resonate through time. In this way, Roman cuisine stands as a testament to the enduring influence of the sea, intertwining sustenance and culture in a harmonious continuum. Maritime trade routes emerged as vital arteries connecting Ostia to the broader Mediterranean. These paths facilitated the movement of goods, ideas, and cultures, transforming the bustling port into a nexus of economic vitality. Ships laden with grain, olive oil, and wine traversed these waters, bridging distant lands and enhancing the everyday lives of Roman citizens. Navigational expertise, honed through generations, allowed for efficient travel, even across the unpredictable expanse of the open sea. It was not merely the cargo that journeyed from Ostia. The maritime networks fostered relationships that transcended borders. Traders and seafarers shared knowledge, merging local practices with distant traditions, resulting in a rich culinary and cultural exchange. The port itself thrived under this maritime influence, expanding in size and complexity. Docks and warehouses sprang up, designed to accommodate the relentless flow of imports and exports. The rhythmic ebb and flow of the tide mirrored the bustling activities of merchants and their vessels, all contributing to the economic engine of Rome. Ramen dejan on diff in this vibrant landscape. The sea served as both a provider and a unifier. The currents carried not only physical goods, but also aspirations, shaping a society that revered the ocean as a source of sustenance and a pathway to connection. Intricately woven into the fabric of Roman life, laws governing maritime trade emerged as essential components of this society's intricate structure. These regulations established a framework for navigating the complexities of commerce across the sea. They addressed various aspects, including shipping rights, cargo responsibilities, and the protection of merchants. Specific statutes delineated the routes to be taken, ensuring that trade remained secure and efficient. The presence of magistrates along coastal areas provided oversight as they enforced these maritime regulations, ensuring compliance among traders. Licenses were required for ships, indicating the legal status of vessels and preventing unauthorized trading activities. This oversight extended to the ports, where customs duties were collected, forming a significant source of revenue for the state. Disputes often arose over ownership and contracts, necessitating a legal system equipped to handle maritime claims. Courts specialized in these matters would adjudicate cases involving lost cargo or piracy, reflecting the societal importance placed on fair trade practices. The evolving legal code adapted to the challenges presented by expanding trade networks, highlighting the dynamic relationship between commerce and law. As the influence of this legal framework grew, so too did the complexities of maritime interactions. The sea, once a mere expanse of water, transformed into a regulated arena of economic activity, reinforcing Ostia's position as a vital hub within the vast Roman Empire. A complex web of human labor underpinned this maritime economy, with an extensive reliance on slavery. Individuals captured or born into servitude constituted a significant portion of the workforce. They operated ships, unloaded cargo, and managed the bustling warehouses that lined the docks. These people endured harsh conditions, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of trade and transport. The activities of these enslaved individuals were crucial to the smooth functioning of commerce. They navigated both the waters and the intricate networks of trade routes, ensuring that goods flowed in and out of the harbor. This reliance on forced labor not only supported the local economy, but also contributed to the wealth of Rome itself. The overflow of grain, olive oil, and pottery from Ostia reached distant provinces. Living conditions for the enslaved were often grim, marked by long hours of toil and minimal respite. The structures they inhabited were functional, lacking in comfort, yet essential for the efficiency of operations. Within these confines, they formed communities, sharing experiences and forging bonds that provided a semblance of normalcy amidst their oppression. The implications of this system extended far beyond the bustling port. They resonated throughout the empire, influencing social hierarchies and economic practices within urban centers and rural landscapes alike. Expanses of water, sculptures, frescoes of the sea in Roman culture reveal the profound connection between civilization and the vast expanses of water. Sculptures, frescoes, and mosaics often depicted aquatic deities such as Neptune, symbolizing both the beauty and the unpredictability of the ocean. These portrayals served not only as decorative elements, but also as expressions of reverence and acknowledgement of the sea's power over human affairs. Many artworks captured scenes of maritime life, showcasing fishermen casting their nets, ships navigating turbulent waters, and merchants engaging in trade. These images provided insight into the daily interactions between Romans and the sea, emphasizing its role as a conduit for commerce and cultural exchange. The detailed craftsmanship in these representations illustrates a society deeply attuned to the rhythms of the tides and the cycles of nature. The sea also permeated literature, inspiring poets and playwrights to explore themes of exploration, adventure, and the limits of human endeavor. The writings often reflect a duality, celebrating both the allure of the ocean and its capacity for destruction. In this way, the artistic manifestations of the sea transcended mere representation, becoming a lens through which the complexities of Roman life were examined. Such portrayals continue to resonate, reminding contemporary audiences of the intricate relationship between humanity and the marine world. The psychological landscape of Roman seafarers reveals a profound connection with the vastness of the ocean. Navigating expansive waters, these individuals faced both the allure and trepidation of the unknown. The sea served as both a source of sustenance and a realm of peril, fostering a duality in their experience. It was not merely the physical challenges that tested their resilience. The emotional toll of isolation and uncertainty weighed heavily on their minds. Voyages often extended beyond the horizon, plunging into the depths of uncharted territories. This uncertainty fostered a unique camaraderie among crew members. Shared fears and collective hopes cultivated bonds that transcended ordinary relationships. As they battled storms and navigated treacherous currents, the rhythm of their existence became intertwined with the very pulse of the sea. Dreams and nightmares coexisted in this environment. The promise of wealth and adventure often clashed with the specter of tragedy. Tales of shipwrecks and ghostly encounters became part of a shared folklore, reinforcing the psychological impact of their journey. These narratives influenced not only their behavior, but also their perception of destiny, shaping the ethos of those who ventured forth into the deep. In this complex interplay of emotion and environment, the ocean transformed into a mirror, reflecting the innermost thoughts and fears of those who dared to traverse its depths. The vast expanse held a duality, representing both a source of sustenance and a formidable barrier to those seeking dominion. This region, with its ceaseless waves and turbulent storms, became synonymous with the unpredictable nature of power. Control over the sea, or the lack thereof, often dictated the fate of empires. The mastery of navigation and maritime strategies was essential, as the currents could either favor or thwart ambitions. Settlements along the coast, such as Ostia, emerged as vital hubs for trade and military expeditions. Here, alliances were forged and rivalries ignited, all while the ocean loomed as a silent observer. The ability to command vessels and harness the resources of the sea translated into wealth and influence. Those who could navigate its depths wielded significant power, their fortunes tied intricately to the rhythms of the tide. Battles fought upon the waves were not merely contests of strength, they were struggles for survival and supremacy. A naval fleet's presence could intimidate rivals, while a single ship lost to the depths could signify a loss of control. As merchants, sailors, Azov, and warriors engaged with this vast body of water, their encounters became woven into the larger narrative of human history, underscoring the relentless quest for dominance in an ever-changing world. Women in maritime activities at Ostia played a vital yet often overlooked role, engaging in various tasks. They contributed significantly to the operational fabric of trade and transport. While men took to the seas, women frequently managed the logistics on land. This region saw them overseeing markets, organizing supplies, and ensuring that goods were properly accounted for. They cultivated networks of relationships, essential for the smooth functioning of commerce. Their presence was not confined to the shores. Some women ventured aboard vessels, participating in fishing and trading expeditions. These experiences fostered a unique understanding of the sea's rhythms, enabling them to adapt to the challenges of maritime life. The duality of responsibilities, managing households, while also engaging in economic activities, demonstrated their resilience and resourcefulness. In the bustling docks of Ostia, the interactions among women created a community bound by shared experiences. They exchanged knowledge, passed down traditions, and supported one another through the trials of a male-dominated industry. This environment also allowed for the emergence of female patrons and benefactors who influenced maritime policies and practices. As the tides of history shifted, the contributions of women at Ostia remained integral to the maritime narrative, reflecting a complex interplay of gender, economy, and culture within the greater Mediterranean context. Rituals dedicated to the sea played a pivotal role in Ostia's cultural identity, marking the symbiotic relationship citizens maintained with their maritime surroundings. Ceremonies honoring deities such as Neptune were commonplace, with gatherings that drew crowds to the shoreline. These events showcased offerings of food, wine, and symbolic gifts, intended to ensure safe passage for vessels embarking on voyages. Elaborate festivals punctuated the calendar, often coinciding with significant agricultural milestones. The arrival of the fishing season was celebrated with vigor, highlighting both the local economy's reliance on the sea and the community's reverence for its bounty. Participants donned vibrant attire, creating a colorful spectacle against the backdrop of the azure waters. Processions along the coast featured boats adorned with flowers and fruits, a clear homage to the deities believed to govern the maritime realm. Singing and reciting prayers further illustrated the deep-rooted beliefs connected to these rituals. The intersections of faith and daily life became evident during these gatherings, underscoring the importance of the sea not only as a source of sustenance, but as a divine entity deserving of respect and gratitude. Such traditions fostered a profound sense of belonging among the populace, binding them together in shared reverence for the vast and unpredictable ocean that defined their existence. The strategic significance of Ostia transcended its role as a mere harbor, evolving into a cornerstone of Roman naval operations. This location served as the primary exit point for maritime commerce, facilitating the movement of goods and military resources across the Mediterranean. The proximity to the sea allowed for rapid assembly and deployment of naval forces, crucial during times of conflict. Roman naval strategy relied heavily on the capabilities provided by Ostia's expansive docks and shipyards. These facilities enabled the construction and maintenance of fleets capable of patrolling trade routes and asserting dominance over rival powers. The integration of Ostia into wider military tactics ensured that naval strength was effectively projected throughout the empire, safeguarding its interests on both trade and territorial fronts. In times of peace, the harbor's bustling trade fostered economic stability, allowing for the accumulation of wealth that funded naval expeditions and innovations. Shipbuilders and mariners, drawn by the promise of opportunity, contributed their expertise, further enhancing the naval capabilities of Rome. The strategic positioning of Ostia became a symbol of Roman ingenuity, demonstrating how a single location could influence the broader dynamics of power across the Mediterranean. This relationship between geography and strategy shaped naval doctrine with lasting implications for the Roman Empire's maritime legacy. The interplay between land and sea in Roman urban planning reveals a sophisticated understanding of both environments. Coastal cities, such as Ostia, were designed not only for defense but also for thriving trade. The strategic positioning of ports allowed for efficient access to maritime routes, fostering economic activity. These locations facilitated the import of goods from distant lands, while also serving as a departure point for Roman maritime expeditions. The layout of Ostia illustrates this synergy, with streets radiating from the harbor, aligning with the ebb and flow of tides. These pathways enabled swift transport of materials necessary for building and maintaining the city. Viaducts extended into the water, providing direct access for merchants and fishermen alike. This practical design underscores a conscious effort to integrate the aquatic environment with urban life. Wada architecture in this region reflects the duality of land and sea. Structures were erected with materials sourced from both terrestrial and marine origins, creating a cohesive aesthetic. The public baths, temples, and administrative buildings stood as testaments to the Romans' mastery of utilizing local resources while accommodating the maritime economy. Trade routes connected Ostia to the vastness of the Mediterranean. Through this nexus, cultural exchanges occurred, enriching Roman society and illustrating the profound impact of geographical positioning on urban evolution. The craft of navigation emerged as a critical skill, essential for traversing these expansive waters. Mariners faced numerous challenges, including unpredictable weather patterns and the relentless tides that could alter their courses unexpectedly. Mastery over these elements required both practical experience and an understanding of the celestial bodies that guided their journeys. The stars, often regarded as steadfast companions, provided reference points that sailors learned to interpret with remarkable accuracy. Innovations in navigation techniques revolutionized maritime travel. The use of the astrolabe allowed for more precise calculations of latitude, while advancements in shipbuilding facilitated longer voyages. The development of the bireme, a vessel equipped with 2 rows of oars, enhanced speed and maneuverability, enabling navigators to chart new routes across the Mediterranean. These vessels, designed for both trade and military expeditions, reinforced Ostia's position as a bustling hub. In this environment, the exchange of knowledge was prolific. Experienced sailors shared their insights with newcomers, creating a dynamic culture of learning. The compilation of navigational charts, though rudimentary by modern standards, became invaluable tools, marking significant coastal landmarks and hazards. Such documentation not only assisted in safer travels, but also fostered a deeper understanding of the surrounding marine ecosystem, highlighting the intricate relationship between humanity and the sea. Literature from this era often reflects the profound influence of the sea on Roman thought and culture. Poets and philosophers utilized the vast expanse as a metaphor for both adventure and the unknown. In their verses, the sea emerges as a character, embodying the unpredictability of life and the complexities of human emotion. The writings of Virgil and Ovid illustrate how the sea serves not just as a backdrop, but as a critical player in the narrative of human experience. For them, water represents change and transformation, acting as a boundary between the known and the mysterious. These literary works often explore themes of loss and longing, conveying the bittersweet nature of voyages undertaken and the destinies altered by the whims of the ocean. This region's maritime landscapes inspired a myriad of stories, with sailors depicted as both heroic figures and tragic victims. The sea's duality, capable of nurturing life or unleashing chaos, resonates through the words penned by these ancient authors. Their reflections invite contemplation of the sea's omnipresence in the daily lives of Romans, acting as a reminder of nature's power and humanity's vulnerability in the face of such grandeur. The legacy of this literary tradition continues to shape perceptions of the sea, echoing through ages as a symbol of exploration and existential inquiry. It profoundly influenced maritime activities, shaping trade routes and altering the livelihoods of coastal communities. The fluctuations in sea levels and changing weather patterns affected the reliability of navigation, compelling sailors to adapt their strategies. Port cities, once thriving hubs of commerce, faced the encroaching tides, leading to shifts in economic power throughout the Mediterranean basin. Historical records indicate shifts in fish populations and the availability of marine resources, prompting changes in dietary practices and fishing methodologies. These adaptations highlight humanity's intricate relationship with the marine environment, as communities sought to sustain themselves amid the uncertainties of nature. In this region, the sea served as both a lifeline and a source of peril. Archaeological evidence reveals the gradual abandonment of certain coastal settlements, illustrating the direct impact of rising waters on habitation patterns. Structures once vibrant with life now lie submerged, remnants of a civilization that flourished in harmony with its surroundings. The subtleties of these changes echo through time, reminding of the fragility inherent in human endeavors when faced with the relentless forces of nature. The ongoing dialogue between humanity and the sea, marked by adaptation and resilience, continues to resonate across millennia, illustrating the enduring interplay between civilization and the environment. Trade goods flowed into Ostia, a vital conduit for commerce in the Roman Empire. This bustling port facilitated the exchange of agricultural products, luxury items, and raw material. Grain, harvested from the fertile fields of Egypt, arrived in vast quantities. Avusum facilitated the exchange of agricultural products, luxury items, and raw materials. Grain, harvested from the fertile fields of Egypt, arrived in vast quantities, sustaining the population of Rome. The sea's currents transported ceramic goods, textiles, and metalwork, each item a testament to the craftsmanship of diverse cultures. Olive oil, an essential staple, found its way into the amphorae lining the docks, while wine from distant vineyards enriched local palates. Spices, exotic and aromatic, were highly sought after, enhancing culinary experiences and elevating social standing. The influx of trade not only enriched Ostia, but also fostered a confluence of ideas and practices, shaping cultural identity. Fish and seafood represented a vital source of sustenance, with local fishermen and traders engaged in a continuous rhythm of supply. The presence of these goods in the marketplace created a vibrant atmosphere, reflecting economic vitality and social interaction. Navigational routes crisscrossed the Mediterranean, connecting Ostia to regions as far as Gaul and the Levant. Each vessel that docked carried stories of distant lands, embedding within the fabric of the port a sense of shared heritage. The sea, in its vastness, served as both a provider and a bridge, knitting together communities across the ancient world. Orisifera emerged as a vital outpost in the expansion of the Roman Empire. Strategically positioned at the mouth of the Tiber River, this location facilitated not only maritime trade, but also served as a gateway for goods flowing into the heart of Rome. The bustling port allowed for the efficient transport of grains, textiles, and luxury items, bolstering the economy and sustaining the growing population of the capital. Infrastructure flourished, with warehouses, docks, and roads designed to optimize trade routes. Vessels of varying sizes navigated these waters, carrying cargo from distant shores. Each ship's arrival marked a fusion of cultures as merchants and sailors from across the Mediterranean converged, introducing new ideas and practices. The urban layout of Ostia reflected this significance, characterized by a grid of streets lined with shops and residences. Temples dedicated to various deities demonstrated the blend of religious traditions brought by diverse populations. This amalgamation contributed to a unique identity, distinct yet intertwined with the broader Roman culture. As the empire expanded, Ostia's role became increasingly crucial, serving as both a logistical hub and a melting pot of cultural exchange. This region, once a simple fishing village, had transformed into a thriving center, fostering connections that propelled Rome's influence across continents. The sea continued to be an ever-present force, shaping the legacy of Ostia and its enduring impact on the empire. This medium facilitated connections that transcended the limitations of land-based travel. Vessels navigated these waters, allowing for the exchange of goods and ideas between distant shores. The bustling port served as a gateway, linking the heart of Rome with the farthest reaches of the Mediterranean. Merchant ships carried not only cargo but also narratives of distant lands, enriching the cultural fabric of the empire. Trade routes flourished, their patterns dictated by the whims of the currents and seasons. The ebb and flow of tides became a vital element in the daily lives of those who relied on the sea for sustenance and commerce. Fishermen cast their nets within its depths, while traders organized their schedules around the lunar cycles, ensuring timely returns to port. In this environment, the sea was not merely a barrier but a bridge. It provided a space for diplomacy, where emissaries could traverse the waves to negotiate treaties or forge alliances. Naval power asserted itself as a symbol of strength, with fleets patrolling these waters to safeguard the interests of the empire. The whispers of the ocean carried tales of triumph and loss, echoing through time. Each wave, each ripple, served as a reminder of the intricate relationship between Ostia and the vast, open expanse that lay before it, a dynamic conduit of cultural exchange. Exploration beneath the surface revealed a realm largely untouched by the bustling activities above. Submarine vessels, crafted from wood and bronze, enabled the Romans to delve into the ocean's depths, unveiling a world teeming with life. These early innovations in underwater navigation marked a significant progression in maritime technology. Advanced techniques, including the use of air-filled chambers, allowed explorers to remain submerged for extended periods. They observed the vibrant ecosystems thriving on the ocean floor, where corals and mollusks formed intricate colonies. These discoveries contributed to an evolving understanding of marine biology, fostering a sense of wonder about the interconnectedness of life. In this pursuit of knowledge, the relationship between humanity and the sea deepened. Craftsmanship and engineering flourished as Romans sought to improve their underwater vessels. Each dive into the abyss expanded the horizons of their world, revealing not only biological wonders, but also the remnants of ancient civilizations submerged by time and tide. Artifacts, sculpted by nature and history alike, became focal points of study. The breathtaking beauty of coral formations contrasted starkly with the remnants of human creation, prompting reflection on the passage of time. Through exploration and observation, it became evident that the depths held secrets waiting to be unveiled, shaping both the past and the future of maritime endeavors. The archaeological significance of the Ostia harbor emerges as a focal point in understanding the interplay between ancient civilizations and their maritime activity. This site, once a thriving port, reveals the intricate nature of trade routes and cultural exchanges. Evidence of advanced engineering techniques, such as the construction of warehouses and docking facilities, highlights the sophistication of Roman infrastructure. These remnants provide insights into trade practices, revealing that goods flowed in and out, linking Ostia to distant lands. Artifacts recovered from the harbor, including amphorae and coins, serve as tangible connections to the past, illustrating the economic vitality of this region. They reflect not only the commodities sought by the Romans, but also the cultural influences that permeated through trade. The careful excavation of layers of sediment unveils a chronological narrative documenting the rise and decline of maritime activities over centuries. These findings contribute to a broader understanding of how urban centers like Ostia adapted to changing environmental conditions and economic demands. The decay of structures over time, now submerged or obscured, tells of a once bustling hub that faced the relentless force of nature. The exploration of this harbor continues to deepen the appreciation of Roman ingenuity, shedding light on their enduring legacy in maritime history. Interactions between humans and marine ecosystems in this region reveal a complex relationship, one characterized by both symbiosis and exploitation. The ancient Romans, with their advanced engineering and navigational skills, established a network that harnessed the sea's resources. Fish were abundant, and their capture played a pivotal role in sustaining local populations, as well as in trade with distant lands. This reliance on marine life fostered a deep understanding of the surrounding ecosystems. Archaeological findings illustrate the methods employed, including the use of nets, traps, and even aquaculture techniques. These practices not only provided sustenance but also highlighted the Romans' adaptability to the shifting conditions of the marine environment. Evidence of fish processing and storage facilities indicates a sophisticated approach to resource management, emphasizing the importance of sustainability even in ancient times. Pollution from various activities, including shipbuilding and waste disposal, began to affect the delicate balance of this ecosystem, leading to alterations in local biodiversity. Marine life responded to the changing conditions, with some species flourishing while others dwindled. Historical records and environmental studies indicate that this dynamic interaction laid the groundwork for the understanding of marine conservation that would emerge centuries later. The lessons learned resonate through time, echoing in contemporary discussions about the stewardship of oceanic health and resources. The Aheliatuacerus of the sea into Roman religion reflects a profound connection between the divine and the natural world. It served as a source of both sustenance and danger, shaping beliefs and practices that were integral to daily life. Deities associated with the sea, such as Neptune and Selassie, were revered through rituals aimed at ensuring safe voyages and bountiful catches. Ceremonies often took place at coastal shrines, where offerings were made to appease the gods believed to govern the waters. These acts of devotion underscored the importance of maintaining harmony with this powerful element. In times of turmoil, when storms threatened, rituals intensified, with the populace seeking intervention from divine forces. The sea also influenced several civic events, including festivals that celebrated maritime achievements. These gatherings fostered community bonds and reinforced collective identity. Sacred ships adorned with symbolic motifs often participated in processions, linking the physical realm to the spiritual. In these interactions, the borders between the sacred and the secular blurred. The sea was not merely a backdrop, but a living entity that demanded respect and reverence. Such perceptions persisted through centuries, illustrating the enduring impact of this vast expanse on the Roman psyche and its cultural fabric. The relationship formed then continues to inform contemporary views of our own oceans and their significance. Maritime safety practices in ancient Rome emerged from the necessity of navigating unpredictable waters. The vast expanse of the Mediterranean Sea presented challenges that demanded careful consideration. Early Roman sailors relied on their knowledge of currents, tides, and seasonal winds to ensure successful voyages. The use of celestial navigation became paramount, with stars guiding vessels through the night, while landmarks along the coast served as critical reference points during daytime travel. Shipbuilding techniques evolved to enhance stability and safety. The development of the trireme, with its distinctive 3 tiers of oars, allowed for greater maneuverability. These vessels were designed not only for speed, but also for resilience against storms and rough seas. The craftsmanship extended to the materials used. Seasoned timber and reinforced hulls contributed to durability. Regulations were established to govern maritime trade and ensure the safety of cargo and crew. Inspections of ships before departure became routine, focusing on structural integrity and preparedness for emergencies. The presence of experienced navigators and skilled crew members was essential, as their expertise could mean the difference between a safe arrival and disaster. In port cities like Ostia, the organization of trade and shipping activities facilitated a culture of collective responsibility for maritime safety, shaping practices that would influence future generations. The delicate balance of Ostia's ecosystem began to shift with the introduction of pollutants. Industrial waste and agricultural runoff infiltrated the waterways, leading to a gradual deterioration of water quality. This region, once teeming with diverse marine life, faced the slow but pervasive encroachment of toxins. The vibrant habitats that nurtured fish and crustaceans became compromised, altering the delicate interplay of species. As these pollutants accumulated, the health of the aquatic environment diminished. Algal blooms proliferated, fueled by nutrient overload, leading to oxygen depletion. Marine organisms struggled to adapt to the changing conditions, resulting in reduced biodiversity. The once flourishing fishing grounds transformed into barren patches, shifting the livelihoods of those who depended on this resource. Changes in sediment composition further exacerbated the situation. Heavy metals and contaminants settled on the seafloor, disrupting the natural processes essential for nutrient cycling. The sediment, a repository of history, now became a silent witness to the impacts of human activity. Efforts to mitigate these effects emerged, including regulations aimed at reducing waste and promoting sustainable practices. Community awareness grew as residents recognized their role in preserving this vital ecosystem. The restoration of Ostia's waters remains an ongoing endeavor, one rooted in the understanding that the health of the sea directly influences the city's legacy. Technological advancements in Roman maritime engineering marked a significant evolution in their seafaring capabilities. Innovations in ship design, such as the development of the trireme, allowed for increased speed and maneuverability. These vessels featured multiple rows of oars and a streamlined hull, enabling them to navigate the unpredictable waters surrounding Ostia efficiently. Such enhancements facilitated not only trade but also naval dominance, shaping the economic and military landscape of the Roman Empire. The construction of elaborate harbors further exemplified Roman ingenuity. The use of concrete for docking facilities allowed for the creation of sturdy piers and breakwaters, which protected ships from harsh weather conditions. This region's ports were strategically designed to accommodate a growing fleet, reflecting the empire's expanding reach and the necessity for robust maritime infrastructure. Navigational tools also saw remarkable progress. The implementation of the astrolabe and improved maps contributed to more accurate sea travel. Mariners could now chart courses with greater precision, reducing the risks associated with long voyages. These developments helped to forge connections between distant lands, facilitating cultural exchange and the movement of goods across the Mediterranean. This intricate web of engineering, naval architecture, and navigation fostered a legacy that transcended mere transportation, laying the foundation for a thriving maritime culture at Ostia and beyond. Port authorities played a crucial role in the operational efficiency and economic vitality of Ostia. Responsible for managing the bustling activities of the docks, they ensured that trade flowed smoothly in and out of this pivotal harbor. Oversight of ship arrivals and departures required meticulous record-keeping and coordination, which allowed for the optimum utilization of resources. These officials implemented regulations to maintain order amidst the frenetic exchanges of goods. They monitored cargo, inspected ships, and enforced safety protocols, thus safeguarding the interests of merchants and passengers alike. The strategic placement of warehouses along the waterfront provided essential storage for imported goods, while the nearby facilities for ship repairs ensured that the maritime fleet remained operational. The relationship between the port authorities and the local populace was symbiotic. As trade flourished under their management, the economy expanded, leading to increased job opportunities for laborers, artisans, and traders. This region became a melting pot of diverse cultures, with influences from various parts of the empire converging on its shores. The responsibilities of these authorities extended beyond mere logistics. They played a pivotal role in shaping the socio-economic landscape, establishing Ostia not merely as a port, but as a vibrant center of commerce and cultural interaction. Their contributions significantly impacted the legacy of maritime operations in the ancient world. Shifts in maritime trade policies transformed Rome's economic landscape, adapting to the demands of an expanding empire. These regulations aimed to facilitate the movement of goods across vast distances, ensuring the flow of vital resources. The establishment of protective tariffs and standardized weights fostered a more reliable trading environment. In this context, the role of the Mediterranean Sea became paramount, as it served as the primary artery for commerce. Trade routes flourished, connecting various regions. This network allowed for the exchange of not only commodities, but also cultural practices and innovations. The implementation of navigational guidelines and safety protocols reflected an increasing sophistication in maritime practices. Officials recognized the importance of protecting merchant vessels from piracy, leading to the establishment of naval patrols along critical routes. Solus Rome's influence spread, so did its maritime policies. Colonies were encouraged to develop their port facilities, enhancing the capacity for trade. This regional investment generated a symbiotic relationship between local economies and the empire. The evolution of these policies created a framework that supported the movement of goods, facilitating the rise of a thriving marketplace. Consequently, the maritime sphere became a symbol of Rome's power, reinforcing its economic dominance. Each policy crafted was a deliberate effort to secure the empire's prosperity, shaping the course of history across the ancient world. The cultural legacy of Ostia resonates through subsequent civilizations, impacting societal structures and artistic expressions far beyond its ancient shores. Architectural remnants, such as the decaying amphitheater and the once vibrant forum, continue to inspire interpretations of civic space and community interaction. These structures, now mere shadows of their former selves, speak to the ingenuity of Roman urban planning and the complexities of social hierarchies. Artistic endeavors flourished within this region, with mosaics and frescoes depicting daily life and mythological narratives, offering glimpses into the values and beliefs of its inhabitants. The intricate designs, preserved by the passage of time, served as a record of cultural identity, influencing later artistic movements across Europe. Such visual storytelling became a cornerstone for the Renaissance, where artists drew upon the classical themes born in Ostia. Trade routes originating from this port city facilitated the exchange of ideas and goods, intertwining Eastern and Western traditions. The melding of these cultures led to the emergence of new philosophies and religious practices. Echoing through the ages, this integration of knowledge and innovation established a foundation for the intellectual revival seen in the Middle Ages. As civilizations rose and fell, The legacy of Ostia remained an indelible part of the broader narrative of human achievement, a silent testament to the enduring power of cultural exchange. Maritime disruptions in this region reverberated through the intricate networks of trade that sustained daily life and fueled economic prosperity. The vast expanse of water, once a pathway for the movement of goods and ideas, transformed into a source of uncertainty and instability. When navigation routes were compromised or piracy surged, the impact on local economies was profound. Flour, wine, and olive oil, once flowing freely, faced significant delays and losses. Coastal communities, reliant on the bounty brought by merchant vessels, experienced immediate consequences. Scarcity drove prices upward, creating a ripple effect that reached distant markets. Fishermen found their livelihoods threatened as the conflict disrupted their access to fishing grounds, leaving many to seek alternative means of survival. This disruption altered the very fabric of social structures, leading to increased tensions and shifts in population. The broader implications extended beyond immediate economic hardship. Investment in maritime ventures became fraught with risk, leading to a cautious approach among merchants. The fluctuations in trade not only influenced local markets but also shaped diplomatic relations, as states sought to secure their interests through alliances and military presence on the seas. The once predictable flow of resources became a complex web of uncertainty, where the echoes of past prosperity lingered like shadows in the depths of the unknown. The ritual of the Roman sack represented a culmination of desperation and power dynamics within the empire. This act, often carried out by invading forces, involved the systematic dismantling of cities. It served not only as a means of resource acquisition, but also as a psychological weapon, instilling fear and compliance among the populace. The methodical nature of these sackings reflected a deep understanding of human behavior, where the mere threat of destruction could manipulate entire communities. Within this region, Ostia became a focal point for imperial wealth and commerce. The harbor's strategic significance drew both admiration and envy, making it a prime target during times of instability. The process was rarely chaotic. It unfolded like clockwork, with invaders executing plans to maximize their gains while minimizing resistance. These meticulously orchestrated events left behind remnants of societal breakdown, where the ruins spoke of lost treasures and shattered lives. Such historical analysis reveals the complex interplay between the invaders and those who fell victim to the onslaught. Scholars have examined the aftermath, noting how the cultural and economic repercussions of these sackings reshaped the very fabric of Roman society. The echoes of these events resonate through time, evolved in the society, reminding us that the tide of history is often dictated by the quiet decisions made in moments of profound turmoil. Climate systems in the Mediterranean play a crucial role in shaping maritime activities and coastal settlements. This region experiences a Mediterranean climate characterized by hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters. Fluctuations in temperature and precipitation patterns significantly influence agricultural practices and the availability of resources. Proximity to large bodies of water contributes to the moderation of temperature extremes, providing a stable environment for human habitation. Wind patterns also hold substantial importance. The Mistral, a cold wind originating from the north, sweeps across the region, affecting not only the weather but also navigation. Its presence can alter sea conditions dramatically, impacting fishing and trade routes. Conversely, the warm Sirocco winds bring moisture from the Sahara, often leading to torrential rains that can reshape the landscape and disrupt daily life. These weather phenomena directly influence the economy of port cities like Ostia. The interplay of wind and currents determines the timing of voyages and the safety of maritime trade. Knowledge of these patterns was essential for sailors and merchants, guiding them in their endeavors across the Mediterranean. Seasonal shifts in climate would dictate the ebb and flow of commercial activities, underlining the intricate relationship between human civilization and the natural world that surrounds it. This delicate balance continues to be a focal point of study in understanding historical human interactions with the environment. At the firmament, the sea served as a critical asset in Roman military campaigns, providing both a means of transportation and a strategic advantage. Naval fleets navigated its vastness, enabling the rapid deployment of legions to distant shores. Amphibious operations allowed for surprise assaults, often catching adversaries unprepared. This advantage was particularly evident during engagements such as the Punic Wars, where control of maritime routes determined the fates of entire territories. Trade routes, heavily safeguarded by the Roman navy, facilitated the flow of resources essential for sustaining military endeavors. Supplies, reinforcements, and communication relied heavily on these maritime pathways, linking the heart of the empire with far-flung provinces. This interconnectedness underscored the sea's role in the expansion and maintenance of Roman power. Coastal cities flourished as strategic ports, their infrastructures tailored for the demands of military logistics. The presence of shipyards and warehouses enabled efficient preparation and resupply. The intricate network of harbors created a lifeline for both commerce and military operations, further intertwining the empire's fate with the ebb and flow of the tides. Tides themselves, a natural phenomenon, influenced strategies as commanders anticipated shifts in currents. Weather patterns, too, required careful observation, as storms could thwart even the most meticulously planned campaigns. Through these naval endeavors, the sea became not just a backdrop, but a formidable player in shaping the trajectory of Roman history. The influence of the sea extended beyond military might, a firmament to sundered might, illuminating the complex web of trade that transformed the Roman Empire. Exotic goods from distant lands flowed into ports like Ostia, where merchants eagerly awaited their arrival. Spices, silks, and precious stones constituted a small part of this vast exchange, each item a testament to the empire's insatiable appetite for luxury. The bustling docks served as a vibrant marketplace, where the air thickened with the sense of distant territories, igniting the imagination of those who wandered among the stalls. Trade routes, both maritime and overland, connected Rome to Africa, of Asia, and beyond. It was through these channels that rare commodities traveled, fostering cultural exchanges that transcended borders. The arrival of goods such as Arabian incense or Egyptian textiles hinted at the empire's extensive reach and its interactions with diverse civilizations. Each cargo hold carried not merely merchandise, but stories and traditions that mingled within the bustling streets of Ostia. The economy thrived on this influx of luxury items, reflecting the empire's wealth and the social stratification that accompanied it. The elite indulged in these novelties, signaling status and power, while the everyday citizen participated in a shared experience of fascination with the exotic. This intermingling of cultures and goods would leave a lasting imprint on the fabric of Roman society. The art and science of marine navigation in antiquity represented a sophisticated understanding of the natural world. Mariners relied on celestial bodies to navigate vast expanses of water, observing the positions of stars and planets to guide their journeys. This knowledge was essential for traversing the often turbulent Mediterranean Sea, where shifting winds and currents could easily lead vessels astray. Trade routes were meticulously charted, relying on a combination of experiential knowledge and rudimentary maps. Skilled navigators learned to interpret the subtle changes in the horizon and sea. These techniques allowed for seasonal voyages that connected diverse regions, enabling the exchange of not just goods, but also ideas and technologies. The shapes and designs of ships evolved, reflecting an increased understanding of hydrodynamics and stability, leading to more efficient vessels capable of carrying heavier cargoes. The importance of coastal landmarks cannot be overstated. Sailors often used these markers for their bearings, ensuring they remained on course despite the vast open waters. This reliance on both natural and artificial navigational aids highlighted a remarkable synergy between observation and experience, revealing an inherent respect for the ocean's unpredictability. In time, these practices would influence later generations, laying the groundwork for the advancements in marine exploration that would shape future civilizations. Sea myths permeated the fabric of Roman identity, intertwining with daily life and cultural expressions. These narratives, steeped in both reverence and caution, shaped perceptions of the vast waters that bordered their world. Deities like Neptune held a prominent place in religious practices, embodying the unpredictable nature of the sea, while tales of heroic sailors and sea monsters served as cautionary fables for those daring to traverse its depths. Within these stories, the sea transformed into a realm of both wonder and danger, reflecting the duality of human experience. The maritime landscape became a symbol of the unknown, a frontier that beckoned adventurers and traders alike, yet simultaneously harbored threats that could engulf entire fleets. This ambiguity fostered an intricate relationship with the waters, where reverence for the gods of the sea was matched by a pragmatic respect for their power. Art and literature flourished under the influence of these tales, as poets and sculptors drew inspiration from the aquatic realm. Mosaics depicting sea creatures adorned villas, while epic poems celebrated the exploits of seafaring heroes. These representations reinforced a collective identity, binding communities together through shared stories and experiences. The ocean, in its vastness, became a canvas for imagination, and through these myths, the essence of Roman culture was intricately linked to the undulating rhythms of the tide. The role of this harbor in the Roman slave trade was pivotal. As a bustling port, it served as the primary entry point for goods and individuals, facilitating the movement of enslaved people from distant lands to the heart of the empire. Slavery was entrenched in Roman society, and Ostia functioned as a crucial hub in this system, enabling the transport and distribution of labor across various sectors. Trade routes converged here, connecting the Mediterranean to the expansive hinterlands. Enslaved individuals arrived by ship, their presence often recorded in trade documents that detailed not only the number of individuals, but also their origins. These records highlight the diversity present in this settlement, where people from different regions mingled, each contributing to the economic fabric of the time. The structures of Ostia, with their warehouses and auction blocks, reveal the harsh realities of commerce. The architecture felicitated the swift processing of human lives, commodifying individual existence in the name of economic growth. This stark reality resonates through the remnants of the past, where the weight of historical narratives lingers. The impact of this trade extended beyond mere economics, shaping social hierarchies and influencing cultural dynamics throughout the empire. The legacy of Ostia endures, a testament to the intricate interplay between commerce, humanity, and the relentless tide of history. Historical accounts from Roman writers offer insight into the perception of the sea, depicting it as both a source of sustenance and a formidable force. Pliny the Elder, in his encyclopedic work, detailed the various marine species that thrived in these waters, revealing the vital role of the sea in daily Roman life. His observations highlight the interconnectedness of sea and society, where fisheries flourished alongside bustling markets. Seneca provided a more philosophical perspective, contemplating the sea's vastness and unpredictability. His writings evoke a sense of wonder and caution as he reflects on humanity's smallness in contrast to the ocean's expansive depth. These reflections resonate with the experiences of sailors and merchants navigating treacherous waters, constantly aware of nature's capriciousness. Tacitus documented naval expeditions and military maritime strategies, illustrating the sea's significance in the expansion of the empire. His accounts emphasize the logistical challenges and triumphs faced by those who ventured into these waters, shaping the course of Roman history. Virgil, through his epic verses, captured the cultural and mythological essence of the sea, intertwining it with themes of fate and destiny. Such literary contributions encapsulate the complexity of human interaction with the marine realm, revealing a profound understanding of the sea's dual nature, both nurturing and perilous. Economic decline enveloped Ostia during the late Roman Empire, a consequence of multiple interlinked factors. Trade routes once thriving began to shift, diverting maritime commerce toward emerging ports. This transition left Ostia struggling to maintain its status as a vital hub of trade. The silting of the Tiber River compounded these issues, rendering the harbor less navigable. Over time, this natural phenomenon hindered access for larger vessels, diminishing the flow of goods that once sustained the city. The population began to dwindle as merchants and laborers sought opportunities elsewhere, contributing to a slow erosion of the local economy. Fewer inhabitants meant less demand for goods and services. Political instability further exacerbated these challenges. The frequent changes in leadership eroded trust in governance, making it difficult to implement effective economic policies. As societal structures weakened, the ability to respond to challenges diminished. With these compounding pressures, Ostia's fate became increasingly intertwined with the larger tides of history, leaving behind remnants that whisper of its former importance, now submerged beneath the weight of time and circumstance. Natural disasters profoundly influenced Ostia's maritime trade, altering its economic landscape. Earthquakes, often occurring along the seismic faults nearby, disrupted both infrastructure and shipping routes, rendering the bustling port vulnerable. The tremors would have shaken not only the buildings but also the confidence of merchants relying on the sea for their livelihoods. After such seismic events, the harbor, once a thriving gateway to the Mediterranean, faced silting from sediment displacement, obstructing the passage of vessels. Storms also played a critical role in shaping maritime operations. Intense weather patterns could force ships to anchor precariously or alter their voyages altogether. The unpredictable nature of the sea transformed Ostia into a location of both opportunity and peril. During periods of violent tempests, the docks were often abandoned, leaving goods stranded, lost, or damaged. With each natural disruption, the community adapted, seeking new methods to mitigate risks. Innovations in shipbuilding and navigation emerged, informed by the lessons of previous hardships. Resilience became vital in maintaining trade routes, though the scars of frequent calamities remained evident in the archaeological record. Each ruin, buried beneath layers of sediment, tells the silent story of a once thriving economy, continuously reshaped by the relentless forces of nature. The sea, both a lifeline and a threat, continues to echo the past. The role of the sea in shaping Roman political dynamics is profound and multifaceted. This expansive body of water facilitated trade, enabling the flow of goods and ideas that interconnected distant provinces. In this context, ports became more than mere entry points. They served as crucial hubs of power where alliances were forged and rivalries intensified. Control over maritime routes allowed Rome to assert dominance, with naval strength serving as a deterrent against external threats. Coastal cities flourished, their wealth derived from both commerce and strategic military positioning. The sea provided a stage for the projection of power, with fleets dispatched to quell unrest or expand territorial claims. Each campaign marked a significant turning point, influencing the balance of power within the Republic and later the Empire. As maritime trade routes expanded, the political landscape shifted, necessitating a more complex administrative response to manage the growing wealth and influence of coastal regions. Naval encounters underscored the relationship between sea and state. Victories and defeats directly impacted political fortunes, influencing the rise and fall of leaders. The sea, therefore, acted not merely as a backdrop, but as a dynamic force shaping the very fabric of Roman governance, interweaving with military strategy, economic prosperity, and the intricate web of human ambition. The legacy of those maritime practices extends into contemporary times, influencing modern navigation, trade routes, and environmental stewardship. Innovations developed during the Roman period, such as the use of lighthouses, the construction of harbors, and advanced shipbuilding techniques, laid the groundwork for maritime infrastructure still in use today. These approaches facilitated the movement of goods across vast distances, solidifying trade networks that continue to thrive in various forms. The remnants of ancient ports situated along coastlines offer insight into these sophisticated systems, revealing how they intertwined with local economies. Archaeological evidence highlights the significance of cargo management and the strategic placement of warehouses, showcasing early forms of logistics management. These maritime practices also ushered in an understanding of navigation that transcends time, techniques for celestial navigation, and the establishment of precise cartography emerged, shaping the way sailors interact with the ocean. Ongoing research continues to illuminate how these ancient methods inform current practices, particularly concerning sustainability and marine conservation. Awareness of the delicate balance between human activity and ecological health echoes the Romans' initial recognition of their relationship with the sea. In the context of environmental challenges faced today, this historical knowledge provides a foundation for developing practices that honor both heritage and the future of maritime stewardship. Ostia's role as a bustling harbor offers a compelling lens through which to examine other ancient ports. The strategic positioning along the Tiber River facilitated trade and military movements, establishing it as a vital node in the Roman economy. Port cities like Alexandria and Carthage exhibit similarities in design, featuring warehouses and docks optimized for efficient unloading of goods. These structures, constructed of durable materials, demonstrate an understanding of both functionality and durability, allowing for centuries of use. In contrast, the layout of Ostia reveals a distinct urban planning that provides insight into the daily life of its inhabitants. Streets lined with shops and taverns suggest a vibrant community, bustling with activity. This environment contrasts sharply with the more utilitarian approaches seen in ports such as Ephesus, where commerce overshadowed residential needs. The preservation of submerged artifacts in Ostia's harbor tells a story of trade routes and cultural exchange. The remnants of ships and cargo reflect not only the economic dynamics of the time, but also the technological advances that facilitated maritime navigation. By contrasting Ostia with these other ports, it becomes evident that each location adapted to its unique geographical and political context. This adaptability speaks to the ingenuity of ancient civilizations in navigating the complexities of maritime life. Each port, distinct yet interconnected, contributes to a broader understanding of ancient maritime networks. The future of archaeological research in Ostia promises to unveil further complexities of its historical narrative. Ongoing excavations and advanced technologies are reshaping the methodologies employed in this region. Ground-penetrating radar, for instance, allows researchers to visualize subsurface structures without disturbing the soil, revealing hidden layers of civilization that lie beneath the surface. This landscape continues to yield artifacts that shed light on the everyday lives of its inhabitants. Each artifact, from pottery to trade goods, provides insight into economic practices and cultural exchanges that transpired along these ancient trade routes. The integration of interdisciplinary studies, encompassing fields such as geology and anthropology, enhances comprehension of the social dynamics and environmental conditions that influenced life in Ostia. Preservation efforts are equally vital, as climate change poses significant threats to archaeological sites worldwide. Ostia is no exception. Strategies to mitigate erosion and flooding are becoming essential components of research programs. The delicate balance between preserving these ruins and allowing for public engagement is a growing concern, as increased tourism can both benefit and jeopardize the integrity of the site. Through careful exploration and innovative technology, the narrative of Ostia continues to evolve, revealing not just a port city, but a vibrant hub of human interaction that resonates across centuries. The implications of climate change on historical maritime sites are increasingly evident as rising sea levels threaten to submerge regions once bustling with activity. Erosion, intensified by shifting weather patterns, gradually dismantles the shoreline, altering the landscape and compromising the structural integrity of ancient foundations. These sites, which once thrived under the sun, now face an uncertain future as relentless waves relentlessly batter their remnants. In this region, archaeological efforts grapple with the dual challenges of preserving artifacts and documenting their histories. The saltwater intrusion alters the chemical composition of materials, accelerating decay and rendering preservation efforts more complex. Continuous monitoring of coastal erosion reveals the urgency of intervention, yet resources for such undertakings are often limited and fragmented. Innovative approaches to conservation, including the use of advanced imaging technologies and climate-resilient construction materials, are being explored. Researchers strive to create digital archives of submerged landscapes, ensuring that even as physical remnants erode, their stories endure. Engaging local communities in these efforts fosters a shared sense of responsibility and connection to the past. The sea at Ostia serves as a gateway to understanding the complexities of Roman civilization. This coastal expanse, once bustling with trade and cultural exchange, illustrates the intricate relationship between humanity and the marine environment. The remnants of ancient docks and warehouses reveal the logistical prowess that enabled Rome to thrive, while the currents and tides whisper stories of journeys taken across the Mediterranean. This region reflects not only the economic significance of maritime activities, but also the social dynamics at play. Fishermen, traders, and travelers congregated here, each contributing to a vibrant mosaic of life. The artifacts unearthed in this area provide tangible links to daily Roman existence, showcasing their reliance on the sea for sustenance and commerce. These findings highlight the interconnectedness of various aspects of Roman society, from politics to daily routine. As the waves lap gently against the shore, they carry with them echoes of the past. Each ripple offers insights into the ambitions and trials faced by those who sailed these waters. The enduring allure of Ostia lies in its ability to encapsulate the essence of a civilization shaped by its environment. Through continued exploration and preservation, the sea remains a vital conduit for understanding the legacy of Rome, inviting further reflection on humanity's place within the broader tapestry of history.